Constantine, by Teresa Encarnação. In a world where hell is just a cat ride away, and the main character can't drive but speaks Latin, where archangels wear posh suits, and demons don't jive with personal boundaries, one man stands between heaven and hell. Meet John Constantine, your reluctant personal Jesus who doesn't want to save the world. He just doesn't want to go back to hell.
Go to church enough, I didn't pray enough, It's fine, fucking short.
Too bad the Matrix had other plans.
No.
Constantine, the exorcist. This is how we are first introduced to Constantine in the 2005 movie.
This is Constantine. John Constantine. Asshole.
A walking life crisis powered by existential dread, trauma, sarcasm, and the nicotine addiction that doubles as a metaphor for spiritual burnout. Street food lover, cat hater. Constantine sees the veiled war game being played between heaven and hell, using humanity as their puppet and Earth as the playfield. This war is embodied through humanity, the games people play, and the masks that they wear. Constantine sees in people's faces the monsters, the demons, the psychic forces, the darkness that they conceal within.
I can't see what's so bad about knowing the difference between good and evil anyway.
This is a supernatural representation, and for many of us, a very real experience of the ability to see through the Matrix's construct, through people's facades, through the propaganda manufactured by governments to justify war, injustice, division, inequality, and oppression that succeeds only because many a person share that inhumane approach to life.
Got one that can see.
Constantine, misconstrued by his parents, shunned by society. Constantine almost died because of us, because those around him, his own family, his community, did not try to understand him nor value his gift as a seer. Rather, they committed Constantine to a psychiatric ward, drugged him, and shocked him into compliance. As Constantine tried to resign from life, he was dead long enough to see what hell looks like, and to become determined not to return there.
Find a way out.
You try to kill yourself.
I didn't try anything.
A wise African proverb says, "The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth." Constantine becomes an exorcist, hoping that this service earns him salvation, a ticket out of hell and into heaven. Without a direct line of access to God, Constantine takes Gabriel's word as the truth, that he needs to continually serve selflessly through his soul-saving service to a system that may not reward him in the end. Constantine's salvation becomes a chore. His life is consumed by a self-imposed penance, an attempt to use his gifts in a relevant and redeeming way, while burning himself out through hope, exposure to harm, and a trauma-steered nicotine addiction.
To die young because you smoked 30 cigarettes a day since you were 15.
Constantine discerns that there is a divine, diabolical, tragicomedy game at play. He is an aware pawn in heaven and hell's gaming, locked in a bargain for his own soul.
So enlighten me. What do you think management's real interests are? Smart enough to guess there's a bigger picture, but not smart enough to see what it is.
Did the paramedics miraculously bring Constantine back to life after he was dead for 2 minutes? Or were there supernatural forces already at play in Constantine's life purpose, including that perhaps Constantine really wanted to live a life where he was embraced for who he is?
My own ego. You are pure illusion. You do not exist.
Wasn't just Isabel.
Constantine exposes the psycho-spiritual conflicts that we carry within. Our inner war with the constructs of faith, guilt, salvation, the afterlife, and the cosmic rules of the game.
I have no intention of fighting in any war.
Don't be a coward! What are you going to do? You can't possess them.
Demons can.
With Constantine holding a mirror to our psyche, we dive into the collective unconscious, the shadow side of our belief systems, of our ideas of good versus evil, of God, heaven, and the devil, hell, of the governance and power systems controlling humanity, of a death cult ruling a world where wealth goes into creating war and death, rather than into creating peace and life. We thus dive deep into a world of grungy noir weaponized religion, holy shotguns, gothic Catholic cults, holier-than-thou fashion statements, and enough questionable biblical references to make your Sunday school teacher weep.
John, there is no 17th act in Corinthians.
Corinthians goes to 21 acts in the Bible and hell.
Constantine. With the power to see angels, demons, and plot holes, Constantine's mission is to mostly dread life.
But he can't cross over, B. Impossible to cross over.
Whose son? God's son?
No, the other one.
And occasionally save the world, but only if it doesn't cut into his brooding time.
They call it the balance. I call it hypocritical bullshit.
Featuring Angela Dodson, priestess in denim, full-time detective, part-time wet-shirt medium, who sends Constantine to hell to visit her twin sister. She chooses to be a detective, to trust logic over intuition. But the body remembers. Angela mirrors Constantine's own afflictions. She fears her psychic, medium abilities, intuition, and feminine receptivity. Angela's arc is about the embodiment of the sacred and how this process is often almost hijacked by interference from others. Gabriel, righteous Goldilocks loudmouth light worker who skipped Shadow Work 101. Archangel Gabriel wants you to suffer more so that you can have bosom. She's your trendy toxic wellness coach selling you suffering as enlightenment. Holy messenger? Most unclean. Light without compassion? A fall from grace. Speaking of, it's that time of death. Morning Star, Lucifer, Chaos Agent, Sulfur, crisp white suit, barefoot unlicensed doctor. Lou shows up at the pool party like your annoying ex. Constantine, a cinematic world where Lou sends his kid back to hell.
This one belongs to me.
And redeems Constantine.
No. You will live, John Constantine.
And Angela, and punishes the real sinner, Gabriel. Lucifer changes the rules of the game in real time and tempts Constantine with an opportunity for self-redemption or self-destruction.
In fact, I'm moving back home.
To Switzerland?
How you doing, pal?
Damn.
I guess it wasn't pure evil after all. Nope, but pretty damn close.
Also featuring Father Hennessy, a priest who is also a psychic medium and able to foresee events. Like Constantine, lacking the adequate support to handle his psychic abilities, to deal with the horrors of the world and feeling powerless to address them, Hennessy uses alcohol to try and drown out the voices and visions. Before dying, he carves out a code in his own hand for Constantine to see. Time to ride or die. Chas Kramer, the initiate, he sees magic through wonder, not trauma. A starry-eyed fool who wants to partake in the magic, only to end up crushed by it. Balthazar brings the gift of myrrh and somehow drops his Byzantine coin in the code for current times. Balthazar gets anointed by John, except he doesn't ask for it and gets sucked back to hell by a betrayer. Beeman, bowling connoisseur, occult tech support, and esoteric trafficker, with a penchant for bugs and for disclosing that Paul's acts revealed the great plan all along. Beeman gets buzzed by Balthazar behind the bowling alley. What's the time? Midnight. Red velveteen. Switzerland, but sexy. Midnight teaches Boundary Magic 101.
Hot snakes with us.
Take him, John. Kill him after.
He holds the space for others to act, holding the role of the sacred guardian.
Need to use the chair.
I offer no aid to one side or the other.
However, is there a line on the sand for when neutrality becomes complicity in crimes against humanity, including by those professing to want to save humanity?
Come on.
Constantine is also a story about crossing borders, between worlds.
No one decides where they were born. Our birthplace was decided by fate. You were born here. I was born there. What divides us? A border is an idea decided by the lucky.
And invisible characters. Nope, the other one.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
Okay, geez.